Jev, tonight on the show, it's Gentleman's Night.
Nah, stop that. As usual, we try and turn $10 into 100K betting on the footy. We've got the Ramble.
The Ramble, it's a massive ramble.
We've got the Punters Club.
It's an old school multi. It feels like sort of season 2 multi. A lot of white whales.
There's a white whale in there that I cannot wait. It is a big weekend of footy, and we put some skin in the game in the 100K. I'm not going to reveal it yet, but we put some skin in the game this week's 100K. It's a good show. Recommend to a friend. YouTube, like, subscribe, leave
Apple,
a comment.
Spotify, the works. I wear this hat the whole time and look ridiculous.
Come on.
Come on. Welcome back. It's Gentleman's Night. Welcome back to the show that's powered by Bay Juice. Welcome back to the show that's ready to acknowledge the Blues are cheeks. Welcome back to the show that might be ready to declare Tristan Jerry is All-Australian. Welcome back to the show that has no idea who's winning this year's flag. To the show that's soon to be off YouTube thanks to one of Jev's gags. Welcome back to the show that's trying to turn $10 into 100K betting on the AFL. This week, Jev, it's round 22. Welcome.
Thank you, Lewis. This is the gentleman's edition of the 100K. We've been copying a bit of feedback. Too much swearing. Not enough vocabulary.
Yeah, too many likes.
Too many
Saying
likes. But I always still give a joke. We're not going to swear on this pod.
No swearing.
A joke. A bloke walks into a chemist and goes up to the nice young lady behind the counter and says, "Can I have 99 condoms, please?" "Ah, fuck me," she says. "All right then, make it 100, the bloke says. I didn't know how to say it as a joke.
I didn't know how to take it. And we've already sworn. Welcome to Gentleman's Night.
Let's go.
Powered by Bay Juice, Jev. We need to make a massive rap about this. They are on board to bring us into finals. We are powered by Bay Juice. Bay before you play. Unbelievable story about this. I don't know if you've heard it, Jev, but we know the two founders, Liam and Timmy, spent a few weeks in Korea. And the people are drinking juice. They're like, what are people drinking juice at 12 a.m. for after they've had a million beers? And Korean pear juice, it's got an enzyme in it that breaks down alcohol. So they said, can we get that in a wrapper and bring that back to Australia? And that they have. So they're on board. Thank you to the boys. We're big fans of not only Bay, but the boys themselves.
We absolutely love them.
100% Korean pear juice. So they're pairing us into finals, Jeff. We're going to have one because we're having a wine. Gentleman's night. We're going to have a Bay.
Bay before you play. So you have this before you drink alcohol. If you're having a big night out, you have a couple of these. Is it one or two?
Just one, yeah. So we had a lot of messages when we were at the footy. Obviously, if you're going to have 38 schooners and a large zinger on the way home, it's not probably not going to help.
You're going to have a nice wine on Gentleman's Night?
That's right. You're going to have 5, 6, 7, 8.
You will not wake up with a hangover.
These are awesome. So thank you to the boys for being on board. Going into finals. Jev, you weren't here last week. We had a crack at the 100K multi. Just us and I, how'd we go? And Dicko, I should say.
You had the Sharks. So I watched last week's episode. I was in Bali. I watched last week's episode. Loved it. Loved the Brownlow Sharks. Top 5 of the Brownlow. How crazy. In the top 5 last week, the only one that would have polled in the top 5 is Isaac Heaney.
Yeah,
Neil, Cripps, Dacos, and Bont all didn't poll. And Heaney, who can't win, it polled last week. So it's still up in the air, the Brownlow, with 2 rounds to go. But you blokes went 14 out of 23 and avoid, and went at 60%. Do you have some of the stiff legs?
I do have stiff legs. So Jez Cameron for 2, he only kicked 1.
Should have kicked more.
Willem Drew for 20, only had 16. He was on a hot patch and just hasn't hit it. Willie Rolla didn't kick a snag. Mackay for 2, he only kicked 1. We had Kerno for 3, he went off with the ankle, only kicked 1. Nick Watson had 4 direct goal assists, but no snag. He was electric. What'd you have him for? 490 for 15.
Yeah.
Awesome bet from you. Jack Martin for 1, did his hammy. Sam Walsh, 25, had 24. Jamara for 3, only had 1. And then I had the Dogs head-to-head against the Crows, which that's on them. They dropped. That's a bad game to drop.
That's a bad loss.
Our good legs.
Good legs. So you had Hayden Young for 20. He had 22. He's a star. Yep. Jason Horn-Francis for 20 and 1. He had 28 and 1. Sam Durham for 20 had 23. Yep. Nate Caddy for 1. He kicked 3 and won the Rising Star. He had a good night, the horse. Guinea for 1, kicked 2. James Warple for 20, had 25. Cooper Sharman kicked his 2 goals. Rowan Marshall for a snag, he kicked 3. Yeah, Dion Prestia for 20. Riley Thrillseeker Thorpe for 2, he kicked 2. Bond for a snag, he kicked 2. Trelaw for 25, had 28. And Darcy Fogarty, Dobe Fogarty for a snag, he kicked 5. So he had some bloody good legs in there.
What about that old Shark last week talking about Rowan Marshall for Brownlow?
Yes.
And
$4.50 for him doing the Saints votes, and then he kicks 3 and has 25 on the weekend. What are the... we'll have to... In the Ramble, remind me to go look at the odds are.
Because we had some comments about that. The Rowan Marshall, no way he's going to be winning the Brownlow votes for the Saints. And then he comes out and does that.
It could be an all-time Shark leg. if that
awesome.
hits.
He's informed the boy. Jev, you're back from Bali, but you were on the Sunday roast last week. So we had Finn Callahan from the Giants and Harvey Johnson from the Eagles. If you didn't go and listen to that, give that a watch. That was an awesome interview with Finn and Harvey.
I just found it fascinating. Just Finn, he told us a bit more off air than he did on air. But the GWS Giants are just a local football club that plays in front of Australia. They live in Sydney. No one knows who the fuck they are. They're just amazing at footy. But they beat the Lions. They had a couple of beers in the change rooms, a couple of beers on the flight home, and the whole team went to a 21st that night, had a couple of beers, and then they all just went to recovery the next morning. They are a local footy club that just happened to be fucking awesome. And you compare that when we spoke to Harvey at West Coast, and West Coast are a big, big club in this league. He got a bit of a corky, so he's no drinking for the next couple of weeks. All recovery, ice bath, everything. But yes, the audio was a bit fucked with Harvey, but even asking him about like playing with Jeremy McGovern, how much he just backs him in, and just all these guys he's playing with, it's just unbelievable. Like, Harvey's 18 years old. McGovern's been dominating the league since 2015 when Harvey was 9.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, yeah, it was just so cool to speak to a couple of blokes. We're going to try and get a couple more on. So, yeah.
The Collingwood of the West, they call him.
Yeah, that's it.
So every Saturday night, the boys, they roast the losers, celebrate the winners. It's a great little review show. They got talk about the best odds of the week. So yeah, as I said, this Sunday, comes out Sparrow's Fart every Monday morning. It's a ripper show. Some housekeeping very quickly, Jev. Head onto the Patreon if you haven't already. The same game multi-links, they go out. You get access to the Discord. We're going to talk about the Discord a little bit later because there's some guys in there, as I've said before, are just animals.
Oh, the baseball today.
Oh, the baseball. They're talking about the presidential election in the US. A bit of form there. The hoodies are live, so you can get the link down below. The hoodies are unbelievable this time of year. The most comfy thing you've worn since your nana's 90.
Well, yeah, they're great. Will you have t-shirts by summer? Will we have t-shirts by summer?
Yeah, we're getting there. And the Smalls merch is coming.
Oh, forwards.
Small forwards merch is coming. That'll be next on the list.
That's a summer kit.
Very finally, Brownlow Night. Look forward to Brownlow Night, our 4-hour live extravaganza, Jev. The Shark will be in the chair. Will be live on YouTube. We spoke about this last week.
Yeah.
So it's a horror. It's going to be an awesome camp, but it's a horrible broadcast.
Ours isn't horrible.
Ours is not, but Channel 7's is.
So we're going to be round betting. Nearly every time the Shark goes, I've got Sam Walsh for 3 in this game, and he's paying $2.40 because they think Cripps is getting it at $1.70. Yep. We're backing Walsh there. The Shark says he's getting 3 and it's better odds. So if you get with a couple of mates, put in $25 each, have 100 in your Ned's account. It's on Ned's, you bet round betting. And we're going to do it all night. We're going to have our Brownlow best bets, everything the Shark does. He cleaned up last year. He nearly got every single vote right except for the 3 Lockie Neal got that he didn't deserve. Apart from that, he nailed it. So cannot wait for Brownlow night.
He spent a month in Vanuatu after the Brownlow night. So it's a bit old school. Get a slab of Pepsis, get some pies in the oven, Jev.
Bay juices, if you have a beer,
of course. Bay juice. Absolutely. Take the Tuesday off, Jev. Well, without further ado, Jev, it's time for the multi, I think.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not.
What do you got for me?
The Punters Club. I said the Punters Club is coming back. Das just had Kernover 2 last week. It was no good.
Yes, dude.
I said we're doing it every week till we fucking win the 10K Punters Club.
You did.
It's so much fun. We're getting you more involved. So we're going old school a bit with it. So here's the code for the 10K Punters Club this week.
Nice.
$10. You're in 8ZYE6E. 8ZYE6E.
Good code.
That is the code for the Punters Club. We're going to go old school. In the Sportsbet group, you can react to messages, right?
Okay.
There's all these different reactions.
Yep.
I'm going to go, so let's go GWS for example.
Yep.
I'm going to write Jesse Hogan 2, love heart react.
Yep.
Josh Treacy 2, thumbs up react.
Perryman
15, Sarong 25. And then we're going to do that for each game.
Yep.
Whichever legs get the most reacts in each game is what the multi's going to be.
I love this.
Right? So that's how we're going to do it. So we want you in. We want you voting. I'm going to set it up Friday night because that's when most people are in. A couple more people might join Saturday morning. Then I'm going to start putting them out. You go react. Whatever legs get the most is what we're putting in. I'll pick the 4 legs and whoever reacts the most is the legs. We're going to have the whole $1,000 on it and we're going to win the 10K this weekend with your help. The Punters Club is back. It's going to be the best week yet. Look, we've only got 2 more weeks of regular season to win this fucking Punters Cup. We'll be doing it in the finals as well. But yes.
So people's choice to bring us back. I love that. You've made a promise. You said we'd keep doing it. We teased the idea of not doing it, but the people spoke last week and hence we did a Punters Club. So that's more than fair enough from you. Anything else from you?
Is it 100K time?
It is 100K time.
Something's got to change.
All right.
Something's got to change.
Gentleman's night.
It's gentleman's night. We can't keep giving out losing legs in the 100K multi.
So fair.
With no consequences.
Yep. That's fair.
So Das doesn't know about this.
Okay.
But he's back on the show next week.
Yeah, he is.
For every losing leg we give out tonight in the 100K multi,
Right. Oh, no.
we will eat the world's hottest chip next week on the pod.
Each.
Yep, each.
So Das is in.
So say I've got Jeremy Cameron for 5 in here.
It's a good bet.
If he only kicks 3,
Yep.
we all eat a
We're
chip
chipping.
next week.
Yep.
If we've got any guests on, they eat a chip as well. Too bad. You'll have to tell them. They might say no to coming on next week, but I'm sick of giving out losing legs.
so true.
We have to be so confident in this 100K.
Yep.
We're putting some skin in the game. So every losing leg is a chip next week. And if it's, say it's a Gold Coast, Melbourne leg.
Yep.
Say it's whatever Gold Coast leg we've got. Next week when we get to the Gold Coast game, that's
Yep.
when we have the chip.
It's Chippendale.
So it could just be chips the whole pod, or we win 100 grand.
we need some milk.
We'll see. Milk, bay juice, wine, everything.
Bosh.
So these chips next week, look forward to
Yeah,
that. That'll
love
be
it.
a good watch.
Love it.
We'll be eating chips. I'm sick of giving out losers. You got to be confident in your
Yes.
legs. I'm confident in all my legs tonight, so chips.
I'm looking forward to Das watching this on the train and realising next week's fate.
That's funny.
That's awesome. Get your hat back on, please. It's Gentleman's Night.
Sorry.
First game of the 100K, Jeff. We're into it. Gentleman's Night. We've got a wine in hand. Post Bay. Gold Coast Suns versus Melbourne. People's First Stadium. Up at the bank. Cheers. 145. Who do you like?
Give me Mac Andrew for a snag
Yep,
to get us
that's a
rolling.
great start.
This bloke has pyramid player written
Yes.
all over him. On the pyramid, we compare. On the roast, we compared him to Kevin Durant. He'll be the next like KD, the Slim Reaper
I
of the
love that
league.
nickname.
KD's nickname, the Slim Reaper. Mac Andrew will be the Slim Reaper of the AFL. I reckon whatever position Dimmer decides to play him in 2025, he will be All Australian. He'll be an All Australian centre half back if he plays. If Jed Walter and Ben King come on, he goes back to the back line, he'll be All-Australian. If he plays a full season in forward line, he will be All-Australian. That's how highly I rate this bloke.
Yep.
He is a stud. I absolutely love him. He's going to make bank on the Gold Coast. So we're just going to get this thing rolling. Mac Andrew, 1 goal. Come on.
I absolutely love that. And as Kingy said, imagine he played forward all year. He'd 100% be in the pyramid.
Oh, he's such a star.
If breast milk can get in, he could have got in.
Exactly.
So I shouldered arms because obviously I must have known the chips were coming. So I just nothing. That was the only leg I liked, Jeff.
Yep.
And you already had it.
Let's just get us rolling.
Moving on, GWS Freo NG Stadium 145. Same time. Not sure what's going on with that. We need to fix that next year, guys.
There's a million legs I like, but I'm going to have nothing in the 100K. I'm just going to give this one to you.
Not Perryman.
Not Perryman, but
Perryman
thanks for
for
offering.
15. Lee Ham in the Discord had some mail on Perryman last 15. I don't think he's missed it since 98 or something like that. So look for Perryman in your fillers. But Jeff, give me my year-long pick for Coleman, Jesse Hogan for 2. Yeah. I've said it a million times. I got a text off Jono Brown on the weekend. He said, Morgs, get out of Cole's DMs. I said, sorry, Jono. But he also said, thanks to the futures bet that I gave him at Gather Round. $7 I got earlier in the year. Looks very sharp right now. Charlie's out of the race. There's Baker's months, Jez, and there's Baker's months. 3, 5, 4, 4, 4 his last 5 weeks.
He is a gun.
He is in all-time form.
And you just heard Finn on the roast.
Yep.
He just says he just clunks everything.
100%.
They just kick it to him. He clunks it. They got so much confidence. He's playing with that much confidence. GUS have so much confidence in him. He just clunks
He's
it
just
all.
not overthinking it. And did you see the video that made it look like they had all the family and all the sponsors in the rooms? And the coach made note of it, talked about the Coleman, which I love. So they're going to want to get him that, and so they should. So
I'm pretty sure he's kicked 25 his last 26 shots at goal.
It's unbelievable.
Like everything about he's doing right now is just on fire.
Yeah, I spoke about his Baker's month last week and butchered it, but 3, 5, 4, 4, 4. It's an absolute pleasure to bet on these blokes.
It is.
So thank you for having that. It's in the multi. That's all for that game.
So at 4 o'clock,
Yep.
Saturday Arvo, the only 2 legs we need ticked is Jesse Hogan 2, Mac Andrew 1.
It's a great start.
Come on.
I mean, and personally, Perryman for 15.
You'll have Perryman in your personals.
Back to Melbourne.
DM us if you have Perryman.
Collingwood versus Brisbane. MCG, home of footy, 4:35, Jev.
Who had a worse week?
Oh, no.
Rachel Raygun, the Aussie breakdancer, or Craig McRae?
Oh, no.
Coming out and saying if that 50 meter penalty was at the MCG, he thinks it would have been paid, is basically saying we rely on umpires to help us win when we play our 17 games of the season at the MCG. Then John Longmire being shocked, saying, I wonder how Chris Fagan feels about those comments. And I thought, is it because they play this weekend at the MCG? Or is it because they got 2 of the softest 50-metre penalties grand final day on the MCG to win the premiership? McRae needed those to win the grand final. Bias umpiring on the MCG. He's come out and admitted it. They use the umpires on the MCG. It is fucked. So it's a bit of a Mickey Mouse premiership, according to me. But
Asterix.
So in the 100K,
Yep.
can I please have Brisbane to win head-to-head.
Awesome.
I think they are absolute certainties.
Yep.
I like them by 10 goals plus,
Jesus.
but can I just take the $1.60 head-to-head?
Sure.
Collingwood are the worst reigning premiers of all time. The worst reigning premiers of all time. Brisbane will have the worst taste in their mouth after McRae admitted he expects bias umpiring this weekend at the MCG and every game there they play. So they won't leave this game to chance and won't let the umpires hand it to Collingwood like they always do.
Yep.
They'll get that. He'll say that to Brisbane, like, get out by 25, 30 points. We can't leave this up to the umpiring at the MCG because Craig McRae has just admitted they need the umpires at the MCG. They'll still be filthy about losing grand final day.
Yeah.
And this is the last time the Lions hope to play on the MCG till grand final day.
Yep.
So this is their grand final dress rehearsal for the Lions. They'll end Collingwood season. They'll get their dress rehearsal where they'll play a good, honest opponent in the Showtime Swans in the grand final. It'll be the best team wins, no umpiring or nothing. We don't need to worry about that stuff at the Sydney or Brisbane. We just play the game. So Craig McRae, for the worst week ever, give me Brisbane to win head-to-head. It's my biggest lock of the 100K year. And if the Pies win this football game, I will eat the world's hottest gummy bear on the pod next week.
Right.
The Little Nitro world's hottest gummy bear. In the ingredients, it says 9 million shoe chili extract.
Oh.
So whatever it is, it says do not eat if you have a heart condition or any respiratory problems.
Oh, Jesus.
If the Pies beat the Lions, I'll eat this fucking thing. But I won't be eating it because the Lions are the biggest certainties of the year because they'll get out by 30 points and Collingwood can't do their usual trick of relying on umpiring at the MCG. It's fucking deplorable.
I got a couple things here. One, my ex's name was Little Nitro.
Little Nitro.
2, we're at 5 F-bombs. Gentleman's night, Jeff. Can we reel that in?
Sorry.
3, we have no Collingwood fans left.
Off. Fuck 'em.
7, you have gone through them on the roast, through them here, and it's fair enough. You know what I mean?
Worst rating premiers of all time.
That is such a big call. I'm going to uplift him a little bit.
Okay.
Give me Bobby Hill anytime.
Here we
in
go.
the loss. So what a month for Bobby. It's last month, 2-1, 2-2. Let's have a little bit chat though, Jev. The last time the Lions and the Pies played on the G, 4 and a norm.
He was unbelievable.
Earlier in the year at the Gabba, the Pies actually beat Brisbane. So it goes to your point. They can have that sour taste in their mouth. Went up there and beat the Lions. He kicked 3. So he bloody loves a snag, like your nana at Christmas. Brings the sponge, brings the pudding, then puts back 2 or 3 snags every year. Bobby loves snags more than your nana if your nana was Shane Mumford. Old Nana
Jesus.
Mumford and Sons, Jeff. Give me Bobby Hill anytime. $1.25 on Gentleman's Night is an absolute gift, and I'll drink to that.
Cheers, gentlemen.
We have back on. Any other legs?
No, just Brisbane head-to-head. I like them 40 plus, 60 plus. 80 plus.
We
I
look
like
like
my 100 points. Ah, fuck. No one watches anyway.
Stop swearing. Righto.
Mitch, Dicky and Joey are only going to crack it.
7:30 p.m. Saturday night. Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper present. What do you got for me, Jeff? Port and Adelaide Showdown.
Isaac Rankin anytime at $1.70.
Awesome.
17. This bloke loves a showdown more than Morgs loves a calorie.
Oh, yeah.
He's played in 3 showdowns. He's won them all and he's kicked 3 goals, 4 goals, 3 goals in them.
Yep.
He's just a stud. Should have won the medal in one of them. I'm just asking for 1 from Isaac Rankin.
Good bet.
He kicks 1 every time he steps foot on Adelaide Oval. He kicks a goal.
Yep.
$1.17. He just kicks 1. That is good value on it. It's Tuesday night.
Yep.
That'll be $1.10 by the time the game's played.
That's actually a great call.
So
get it in now. Well, you won't hear this till Thursday, but jump all over it. I teased it before, Jeb. Lady Gaga, Bradley Cooper, they both present A Star Is Horn. Give me Horn Francis for 20 and 1. 21
Yes,
club.
21
Welcome.
club.
$1.36 for the 20, $1.27 for the 1. We know this bloke, Jeff. We're aware of his work. He's a bloody star. Whether you love him or you hate him, you can see his talent. He gets caught up in a little bit of skullduggery, but that's purely because he wants to win. He had a dietitian at Auskick, they reckon. He was on the incline bench before Milo cricket. That's how much this bloke's been into winning. Give me the chicken and sweet horn soup to join the 20 and 1 club. 80% his last 5 for a snag. 75% his last 20 for 1. For 20 disposals, he's had 75% his last 20 games. So that's really good odds. 3 out of 4 games. His last Baker's fortnight, which is 3 weeks if you're wondering, Jeff, just add 1. 28, 27, 23. Horn Hub, Max Horn, Foghorn, Leghorn, Jason Horn, the Horn identity. Come on.
Good.
$1.36, $1.27. It's a nice little double. You have anything else here?
So we've got Isaac Rankin for 1, Horn for 20 and 1.
It's a great recap because you'd have no idea what we're on.
Jason Horn Francis, 20 and 1 is what Morks just said. The Horn identity. The gentleman on my left.
Max Horn. Gentlemen's game, Horn Hub. Anything else from you?
Nothing else from me in that game.
Saturday night still. Is this another double-up game? We've got two 145s, two 730s. It's disgusting. St Kilda Geelong at the Ice Box. It will be fucking freezing, Jeff. 7th F-bomb.
I'll tell you who loves playing the Saints. Pat Dangerfield.
Yeah, he's so back.
Give me Danger for 20-1.
Yep.
Did you watch him just will himself onto that contest against the Dockers on the weekend? He just goes so hard at the ball. Just a million miles an hour at the fucking footy. How hard does he go at the ball? So he had 25-1 against the Saints round 2 this year.
Okay.
He had 20-1 on the weekend against Freo, and he had 20 the week before that against the Crows. He's on his own little premiership runway, Danger.
Yep.
How much
definitely.
prime footy does he have left in him? He's on this 4-week of just rampage.
Yep.
He'll get to the bye, he'll rest up and just go on a 3-week rampage. Especially, Geelong, you just know they want to finish top 4, win that first final and get that week off for those old legs.
Yep.
And he's just, I remember I was there 2022. He tortured the Swans grand final day. And he was running on top of the field. He looked so powerful. Give me Danger 20-1. He's just a star. He always has been.
Yep.
And he's a gentleman.
Absolutely.
He's a gentleman.
Gentleman's night, tip of the cap. Want to get your questions without notice. What are your thoughts now that it's locked in? So we hate the finals bye when it happens because that weekend sucks. Now that we know that it's coming though, you either got the people that say footy's a war of attrition. So you got straight into finals, you got 4 games to win. Having said that, you got champions of the game like Danger. He's looking at this. He plays well this week.
He's just hanging to get there.
Gets a week off and he's fresh for finals. Is it a better product? Do we stick with the bye or do we know?
I like the bye. As everyone says, the only thing I would hate is a soft concussion in a prelim final, and it's the 12-day thing.
Yep.
The Nick Cox concussion on the weekend, the unicorn or the unitard, whatever you want to call him, not on Gentleman's Night. I'm not having to go at him like Kane Corns did. That was just harsh.
Yeah.
But that sort of knock, and he goes into concussion protocols, and he can't play a grand final because of that knock.
Yep.
So it's just not right. So, but I do love the pre-finals bye. Freshens everyone up a bit.
I agree.
How much do all the hosts and stuff come back pump for footy? How much does everyone come back for? I'm going to make the ratings even higher.
Some of them, I reckon Luke Darcy needs a fortnight off.
He's having week 1 of hopefully round 24 off.
I must admit,
Mark Howard was asleep on Saturday night in Essendon, Gold Coast. Mark Howard, I reckon he was on his couch with his feet up and just a mic.
He was just on Zoom. He was sleep talking.
He was buggered.
Frankenhow.
Have you got any legs into Kilda?
Yeah, I do actually. So, I've cooked up a double here, Jeff, that George Columbaris will be proud of.
Oh, here we go.
That's how nice this is. This is Michelin style sort of stuff on Gentleman's Night. Welcome, Jez, to the 2 and 15 Club.
Oh, stop it.
I love this bet. He's back. He's all the way back, Jeff. He looks fit. He looks healthy. Watching this game last week against the Space Dockers, watching him move around the ground, I haven't seen someone move that well since Ray Gunn's 21st. Oh. What a night that was, Jeff. $1.43 for 2 snags, $1.45 for 15. The goals speak for itself. Kicked 1 goal 2 last week, but looked more electric than your uncle's hedge trimmer. He was everywhere at Optus Stadium. It's the disposals that I love here, Jeb. In the Igloo, Jez is basically Lenny Hayes. It's actually unbelievable. His last 4 in the cooler bag, he's had 23, 21, 18 and 15. So his last Baker's fortnight has been unbelievable. The Cats first in the Ice Hut this year. So they haven't played there all year, but I'm just excited to see Lenny Hayes return.
In the Cats jumper. Named Jeremy Cameron.
In the Ice Hut.
In the Igloo. It'll be cold. Jez might have long sleeves on.
Fucking hell. 9 F-bombs. You got anything else?
Nah, nothing for me. Just Danger 21, Jez 20, 15 and 1. 15 and 2.
15 and 2.
Jez 15 and 2, Danger 20 and 1.
Yeah, this Molly's cooked.
No, it's great.
Yeah, it's
I'm confident in Danger 21. If he works up with 19 and 1, I'll happily eat a chip.
I couldn't agree more. Sunday, first game, the third Saturday game, it's that early. Dogs North Marvel.
In the
Ice Hut.
Dogs North. Who's hungry? Because everyone's going to eat. Give me Sheasel 25, Bont 25, McKercher 25. Yep. This is going to be a possession fest under the lid. It'll get flicked around more than a frat house bean. Sheasel's last Baker's month. 31, 29, 36, 35 and 29. Last 2 against the Dogs, 27 and 32. Bont's last 2. Bont's last Baker's week. 26 and 33. And his last 2 against the Roos, 35 and 32. These are all more than 25, Lou. I haven't even got near the number 25 yet. There. McKercher gets the prune for fun. Old Colby McPrune juice. He's had 37 posies twice in his last Baker's month. It's his first fucking year, Morgs. He's had 25, 4 of his last 5. They'll rename this game the Front House Bean Cup after this weekend. There will be that many posies. So,
we can't be making bean jokes on Gentlemen's Night.
Harry Sheasel 25, Bont 25, McKercher 25. You.
Good luck following this multi. Honestly, it's so funny you said a Baker's week. There's no idea. I don't know what any of this means. I said a Baker's fortnight for 3. I don't even know that's a thing. I got a Who Am I for you? We need one. Gentlemen's Night, Detective Night. I made my AFL debut in 2018 for North after being drafted pick 72 the year before. I'm a Vic country boy, and in the Mildura summers I used to mow lawns for cash. I have a nickname here at the 100K, but back home they call me the Armadillo in Echuca. This is a personal favourite. When you put my name in ChatGPT, it says I'm renowned for strong aerial contests. Who am I?
That has to be Bryn Teakle. It has to be. Strong aerial contest.
It's expensive not to bet on Bryn Teakle at the moment.
That's your best call. You're losing money not betting on Bryn Teakle.
Just pissing money up the wall by leaving it in your pocket. I'm Tristan Zeri, Jeff.
Oh,
the All-Australian ruckman for 20 disposals.
The helmet Hercules for 20.
I know it's a little bit. This is a debutant, by the way, so round of applause. I love a bleeding blokes into the multi. No translucent crayfish in the dog side. The English mustard, Jeff. Tim English not playing.
No.
So what's wrong with him?
I think he's just gone soft.
Yeah. Dropped.
I think he's out with his period cramps.
The All-Australian.
Gentlemen's Night.
I couldn't believe this last Baker's fortnight. His last 3. 30, 20, 25. He's the new Brad Ottens, Jeff.
He's a freak.
It's actually unbelievable. So just for 20 disposals, who would have thought we would be having Sherry for 20 on a Sunday? But $1.48 is a premium price, as Das would say. We had to take it in. You're next. You're done.
Just Marcus Bontempelli for a goal.
Awesome.
How good is he under the lid?
Yeah, awesome.
How good is he at all times?
Yep.
They got pumped by the Crows. He still kicked 2.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
He's just a gun. So I got him for 25 and 1 in this. He kicks the same goal every week. Watch it happen. Norton leads up and he follows Norton in. It slips through Norton's greasy mitts. Bont just grabs it out of the air, snaps over his shot. He kicks it every week. Me and Dar see it happen every single week. So watch Bont. He'll kick a goal.
If that happens, that will be the best reel. Cody Waitman for 2. The man you said. $1.55 is an awesome price. This bloke just hurts sides, Jeff. There are sides that he just torments, and North is one of them. This is purely the only stat I needed. I got this, and I thought I don't need anything else. His last 3 against North. 3 goals 1, 6 goals 2, 5 goals 0. I have no idea who's playing on Waitman. I just need him for 2 at $1.55.
That is unbelievable. Yes, this was going to say because I knew you had Waitman. I didn't want to ruin your leg.
No, don't.
The night Waitman kicked 6 goals 2 against North.
Yep.
Bont had 37 and 3 and took the 3 Brownlow votes, or 37 and 2 and took the Brownlow votes and the coaches' votes. Waitman's got 6 and Bont was better. So they just can't stop these two. My favourite thing I heard David King say, he compared Cody Waitman to Toby Green and just how damaging he is in the forward 50.
Yep.
And now I can't unsee it.
Yep.
I just can't unsee it. When it goes his way, or the little tackle pressures, the tap-ons, the hangers, just everything he does is just, it turns into goals. He's such a gun. Waitman for 2, $1.55 in the 100K. I love it.
Oh, delicious.
I love it.
And into Bont snag. With
Bont goal,
crumb.
and then just the touches. Sheasel, Bont, McKercher, helmet Hercules.
Big prune juice. Over to the home of footy, Jeff. 320, Hawthorn, Richmond. This could be ugly.
This is going to be ugly.
Oh.
The Hawks are going to go at the Tigers at 1,000,000 miles an hour, like they did the Blues.
Yep.
The Tigers just want it to be round 24.
Yes.
They want the season done.
They're 1-2 carbo.
They are going to go at them so fast. And they're like, the Hawks are in the final. They're refining their game.
Yep.
Like, they're going to have the balls on grand final day to play like they play.
For sure.
They're going to not let up this. The line's 40 and a half, Morgs. Let's talk about it in the
really?
thing.
100K
I can. Anyway, give me John Newcombe for 20 at $1 green tick.
Walkhead.
Premium price for a premium midfielder. Gets it every week.
Yep.
We start with John Newcombe for 20.
He was awesome on the weekend. Just so much confidence, just stepping through holes.
Looks way too much like Shrek, though.
Oh, I know.
When Shrek isn't the ogre and he's the prince.
Yeah.
With the
I don't mind how he looks in Shrek when he's a bloke.
He's a big, handsome, burly guy.
Yeah, I don't mind him. Give me Marby or Chol for 2. I gave him Chol. He's too good. I got to stop calling him Joel. It's disrespectful.
Yeah, it is.
Marby or Chol for 2. This man does not give a flying.
No, he
Gentleman's
doesn't.
night.
Gentleman's night.
Remember Dusty's 300th, Jeff?
Yeah.
Marby or doesn't? He didn't give a flying. No swearing. Gentleman's night. Kick 4. Just spent the night texting. Chol might have a third phone after Sunday.
Oh.
This is the form he's in. I've bet this before, just a sheer athleticism. And then Darcy and I went to Hawks Carlton, and we were in awe.
Yeah.
We were in absolute awe of how athletic he is. He's 90%. His last 20 for 1 snag. Awesome stats. The Tigers just don't have a matchup, I'm afraid. It's call waiting for the Tigers.
Yeah.
I reckon old Marbior could go berserk.
He could go nuts. They're going to kick so many goals. It's going to end in Marbiol Charles. He kicked 4 against him in round 14.
Yep.
Dusty's 300s, round 14, he kicked 4. It's now round 23.
Yep.
It was like 6 weeks ago. He's just 8 weeks ago.
I honestly thought it could have happened on Sunday, but I don't know what the record is, and I'll find out for the ramble, but they could set a record for most single goal scorers. It could be a step right up game.
100%.
Do you have anything else?
Jack Ginnivan for 1.
Yep.
No one loves a snag on the MCG more than this bloke. He kicks 2 every time he steps out there.
Yep.
He's kicked 7 goals his last 4 on the MCG.
Yep.
It's just, you go look at his form, it's just 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2. He just kicks goals. Jack Ginnivan for 1. It's a good price on a Tuesday. Not sure what it's going to be by Saturday, but you got to get on this early. We will email it to our patrons,
and might have to tinker with it Saturday morning. Yep. That's okay. That's a perfect example. He was sort of, you couldn't really. I said to Das, like, where's Guinea? And because he wasn't really, Nick Watson was just everywhere, and then all of a sudden he bobs up and he does his damage. So I love that. This is a bit of an outside one. Give me Josh Weddle for 15.
I love this.
I just love the confidence on the man, and I'm going to follow him in. He said the Blues go to soup in the 4th.
How's the balls in on that?
Unbelievable. And he's dead right. So I love the confidence. He had 18 last week, sky high confidence. This is going to get ugly, Jeff, as we said. And I reckon in a premium price, in a game that's going to get ugly, we've got to capitalise on. So that's what I'm going to do. $1.63 for that.
He just runs with that much confidence. We're going to post this on Insta soon, like a picture, not this being a reel. Who would you rather for the next 10 years? Josh Weddle or Nick Blakey? I think Weddle's just like a Blakey Jr. They play the way they just run straight at defenses. Their kicking's elite. They're just the height of them where they can play on a bit taller. They fly at everything. When he kicked 3 on the weekend, it just looks so much like Nick Blakey, just with a mullet. They both got the sort of mullet. They're so similar. They could be the All-Australian halfbacks for the next 4 years.
Yep.
Nick Blakey's going to make it this year. Don't know if Weddle's going to make it this year, but after this year,
for sure.
Imagine those two. They're like 6'5" speed demon halfbacks.
Yep. So their point of difference is probably because they're taller. 9 times out of 10, they're more athletic than their opponent.
Yeah, they go center. They go third man up on everything. Yeah, they're studs. I love that Josh Weddle bet for $1. Morgs, I got a white whale.
Oh yeah,
I've got a white whale.
Should have teased this.
Yep. What's the music for the white whale?
Jaws.
Shark. Nick Watson for 15 at $4.90.
Jesus.
$4.90. So it's Tuesday and it's still $4.90. I posted this on my Twitter on the weekend.
Yep.
I could not believe a high half forward for the Hawks was paying $4.90 for 15. Me and Dar say it all the time. Sam Mitchell said in the offseason, he wants all these small or high half forwards to get up the ground enough to give themselves a chance to get 20 touches and then be close enough to goal to kick 2.
Yep.
That's the role of Hawthorn's high half forwards. And then you think about it. Ginnivan, Watson, Dylan Moore, who is the GOAT at it.
Yep.
Connor McDonald, they all walk off the field with 20 and 1 every week.
Yep.
All goal assists. So Watson had 17 on the weekend.
Awesome.
Didn't kick a goal, 4 direct goal assists. We have to take this price of $4.90 for Watson to have 15 in the 100K. This could be the last weekend ever we get this price.
Yeah, absolutely.
He is just and you saw how I actually appreciate how unselfish he was.
Yes.
I thought he's a little selfish prick.
Yeah.
And he'd have a snap from anywhere and he'd pick, a bit like Steve Milne, he'd pick it up. Just his work rate and that one he gave to Culture Deer in the goal square.
He centered one from the boundary.
Oh, so we're getting $4.90 for him to have 15 touches that he had on the weekend. They're playing a worse opposition again.
Yep.
As we said, Richmond are just ready for Carvo. The Hawks are going to go 1 million miles an hour at the Tigers. I can't believe the line's only 40 points. This has 100 written all over it.
Absolutely.
This has Watson 18 and 3 written
really
all over it. And we're only taking him for 15 at $4.90.
I love it.
Come on, White Whale. I'm so excited for this league.
I can't believe you surprised us with that. That's awesome.
Let's go.
Awesome. Nothing else from me. Final game. This is actually a danger game all of a sudden. West Coast versus Carlton over there, Optus Stadium, the 4:40 game, the Bachelor. So go get a chook and just rip that apart, Jeff, and watch this. Who you got in this game?
Waterman 2,
Yep.
Oscar Allen 2.
Yep.
Who's stopping him?
No one.
Mudflat for 2, paying $1.58. He kicked 1 goal 4 last week in Tassie.
Yep.
1 goal 4 last week. 4 straight the week before that. 3 straight the week before that.
Yep.
He's playing the worst offensive team in the competition. If Wiedering goes to him, then bang. Give me Oscar Allen for 2 at $1.49. Kicked 5 last week, including the game winner. Carlton do not have a matchup for these two.
No.
Or they can't play 2 of them. Watch Oscar Allen have 2 at quarter time, so they make the change. Yep. Wiedering goes to Allen, bang. Mudflap has 2 by halftime.
I love it.
These 2 legs will be ticked by halftime. I'm sure you and everyone listening to the very popular Sunday Roast, Lewis,
Yes.
where we had young gun from the Eagles, Harvey Johnson, on. Yes, we apologise for the audio. We aren't sure what happened. No, he wasn't talking over us and interrupting us. He is the best kid in history, Harvey Johnson. But anyway, he was saying the Eagles' 3 best players are McGovern, Allen, Mudflap.
Yep.
And it's all about just getting it long, deep and fast into that forward line to give Oscar Allen and Mudflap as many opportunities as they possibly can. And Carlton will not be able to hold up.
No choice.
So give me Mudflap Waterman for 2, Oscar Allen for 2, premium price on both. Green ticks, come on.
It's complimentary betting there.
Yeah, it
well
is.
done. Only one leg for me because it's the only leg I can trust. Patrick Cripps for 25.
He's the only one you can trust.
$1.27. The rest of the Blues at the moment stink. And I want to credit my man Lee Ham in the Discord because he's all over this. Cripps could be on his way to a Brownlow.
Absolutely.
In a team, what a waste it will be if he does win the Brownlow.
His second Brownlow missing the finals.
A waste of a year. And yes, we've had injuries, but geez, it feels wasteful. He's had 25 disposals his last 8. So the Eagles don't have that prominent tagger that are going to go straight to him. And I just think he wills himself for 25. He's going to finish this year with pride because I think he sees the writing on the wall, to be honest. But I have to back Fock in. How can you not? You can't not love this man. 25 disposals, $1.27 in what I think will be actually a pretty close game, $4.40. Anything else from you?
No, nothing for me. That's the multi.
Have you got the multi?
I've got it right here.
This actually sounds like a screamer.
It's back to old school, 25 legs on the banger.
Love it.
25 legs on the schnoz. We put a crisp, cold, hard $10 note on this. Just $10 to win $101,712.
Awesome.
You just need a tenner. You won't believe this, Lou.
101K Sports.
Mac Andrew anytime.
Tick.
Jesse Hogan 2. Brisbane head-to-head. Or else I eat this on the pod.
My ex.
Bobby Hill anytime. Horn Francis 20-1. Isaac Rankin goal.
Ticks.
Pat Dangerfield 20-1. Jez Cameron 15-2.
Ticks.
We're fucking rolling. Another swear word.
11 F-bombs.
Harry Sheasel, Marcus Bontempelli, Colby McPrune Juice 25 touches. Helmet Hercules Tristan Jerry for 20 touches. Waitman 2, Bont 1.
Yep.
Here we go.
This is good.
Josh Weddle 15, Jai Newcomb 20, Marby Chol 2, Jack Ginnivan anytime. The White Whale Nick Watson for 15.
Unbelievable.
$4.90.
Absolutely outrageous.
$4.90 to win $100,000. You got to get some big. You got to get some big odds.
Definitely.
Oscar Allen 2, Jake Waterman 2, Cripps 25. That is it.
That's an
25
awesome bet.
legs. Awesome bet.
Cue the Cat Empire. That is an absolute cracker on Gentleman's Night.
I'm so excited about this.
That
multi.
does, you're right. That feels old school. That feels real
Back to
season
25
2-ish.
legs. Yeah.
Didn't overthink it.
Didn't overthink. We just put legs in and they're going to win.
With the hottest chip ever on the line. So that's awesome. Thanks.
I'll be super keen. So everyone now knows we're eating a chip for every leg.
Yeah.
If people can comment and predict the losing legs in this pod.
There'll be people that watch that and go, that doesn't win.
That doesn't, which is fine.
Yeah, that's
Predict
great.
it.
That's what we like.
I want to see the Pie supporters. If a Collingwood supporter has that much confidence, I'll give them 25 points.
Yeah, I like it.
But if the Lions beat the Pies by over 25 points, you have to send us your address and film yourself eating this. I will ship it to you. Any Collingwood supporter in the comments or the DMs, DM me. 25 points. You just got to DM. I'm eating it either way if the Pies win. I reckon Lions will win by 25 plus. Moral.
My ex. Jev, it might be time. You ready?
Yes.
Time to ramble. Get that stinger humming. I'm going to turn it up real loud. We are at the Ramble, Jeff. So the Friday night game, we probably didn't just explain this quite well enough at the start, but every week, as we've said, try and turn $10 into $100K. It starts on Saturday, Arvo.
Saturday, 1:45 game.
Gives you time to put it on, gives you time to listen, and there's injuries Friday night, and obviously most of the games are in the icebox, and we don't want to bet on those Friday games. But we do want to chat about it. Essendon, Sydney, your mob. Are you going to be there?
I'm going to be there.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Marvel. So it is 9.5 is the line. Obviously the Swans are the favourites. What screams at you right now?
Morgs, what do I usually say about Swans Bombers? It's like Easter.
Yep.
It's like Christmas.
Yep.
Boxing Day, your primary school fete.
Andy Marr's birthday. It's an annual event.
Yep. The Swans beating the Bombers. Happens every single year. You can book it in your diary. We beat them every year. So it's already happened this year.
Yeah, true.
We've already beaten them this year. So the Bombers need to decide, do they want to play finals or do they want to die on their sword?
Okay.
They've got a choice. Do they want to play finals or die on their sword? The Swans beat them by 30 points in round 2. Remember the Essendon edge?
Yep.
And then Papley questioned their toughness. Heaney questioned their work rate. Do you remember all that?
Yeah,
it was actually awesome. The night Big Peter Wright knocked out Harry Cunningham.
Yes,
everything. It was
right.
actually a great game. But the Swans won.
Yes.
If the Bombers want to play finals, Errol Gordon had 24 and 2 on them.
Oh, that's good.
They need to tag Errol. Chad Warner had 28 and 2 on him.
Yep.
They need to tag Chad. Isaac Heaney had 32 and 1 that night. They need to tag Isaac.
Yes.
If they choose not to tag these 3, they will not play finals.
Okay.
If they choose to tag these 3, they may give themselves the chance to play finals.
Right.
But if they go out there and just go, we're going to die on our sword, we're going to go head to head, we're going to play the Bombers way, and they're going to let these 3 run around, it's going to end the same way it always does.
Good night.
The Swans winning the football game. Happens every year. Once a year, the Swans beat the Bombers. Now, I've already beaten, so I'm saying the Bombers do beat the Swans occasionally.
There's a win there.
The last 6 AFL seasons, the Swans have had a win over the Bombers.
Yep.
I think it's even more than that. We beat them every year.
It's just
every single year. It's like it's a fate. It's a primary school fate.
like a haircut.
I actually haven't looked that deep into legs.
No, that's all right. So I want to shout out to my man Leeham on the Discord. I've mentioned him a couple of times, but
he went to work.
So he's got 2 of his favourite legs, and I adore them. And it's both the same bloke. It's Sam Durham, Jeb.
Yep.
He's in good form. So $1.30 for 20. Been getting that pretty much the last Baker's 8 months, 8 weeks, which is 9 weeks.
That's
Doesn't really work. For 20. So he's only missed twice since round 4. 80% of his last 20 in the ice box. So he loves Marvel.
Yep.
And then for a snag as well, he's kicked 7 out of the last 10, 4 in a row at Marvel.
This is Sam Durham.
Sam Durham. So that's a great stat.
We would
20
take
in one
Sam
club, $1.30 for 20, $1.85 for a snag.
If I was Essendon, Lou,
Yep.
I figured out the Swans kryptonite.
Okay.
Nah, not figured it out, but it's height. If you put some tall timber on the park,
Oh, the Dogs.
you put so when they had Jamara, Norton, Sam Darcy, and even Tim English, they just looked a bit tall for us. We're a bit undersized.
Yep.
It makes us play Logan at centre half back, Logan McDonald centre half back. I hate seeing it, but I get it because we're not tall enough. If I'm the Bombers, I'm picking Peter Wright.
Yeah.
If Peter Wright plays, take him for 2.
Yeah, great
Take
call.
him for 2. I think Tom McCartan has to go to Kyle Langford. Jake String, you don't have to necessarily play with tall. Dane Rampy usually goes to him. But we don't have the height, really, for Peter Wright.
Yep.
But he's also uncompetitive at time, and the Bombers' worst thing. But last time this game played,
He's hungry.
Tom Papley kicked 4
yeah.
last time they played, but he's not playing this time.
Yep.
So I'm thinking of a Swan small, the one that gets the matchup on Nick Hind if he plays, or Jake Kelly.
Okay.
Tell you what I'm thinking for 4.
Yeah.
Luke Parker at 34 to 1.
I actually love that.
Luke Parker at 34 to 1. He's
love that.
$9.75 for 3. We're going to take him for 2 at $3.35.
I love it so
Luke
much.
Parker for 2 at $3.35. Sam Durham for 20 in a goal.
Yep.
You got any other legs that just cross your mind?
Just for Essendon and Sydney?
Yeah, just for Essendon Sydney. I know you want to, we'll add Harry Perryman
Oh,
in
I was
there.
going to say I'm loaded.
No, and then we're going to the Hawks goal kickers.
Righto.
Right, we'll leave it there.
Leave it there.
Sam Durham 20 in a goal. Luke Parker 2. I love it.
The old ramble multi. So can I take you back to last week, Jeff?
Yeah.
We wrapped up the ramble. Do you know what we walked away with? Dacos for 40,
Errol
Goulding
for 40.
and Will Hoskinelli for 2. So I just want to apologise. Some
No,
blokes
so I listened to that, and I loved it. I got
yes,
it.
definitely.
I loved it. I got it. But that's never going to win.
Of course not. But that's what the ramble's all about.
It's not the rim. But us saying Luke Parker for 2,
That
watch
wins.
him.
Yep.
It's $3.35. It's not your $1.10 you stack your
Yep.
same multis with. It's actually a chance.
Yep.
And then you have your little $2.50 on him for 3 and 4 just to try and win some cash and ride it. So,
Responsibly.
great start.
Great start.
Talk to me about Harry Perryman.
Harry Perryman. Now, shout out to, again, my man Leeham. If you're not getting this mail, you need to sign. It's $2 a week on the Patreon, and he's dishing up this sort of gear. But Harry Perryman, let me give it to you, Jev. Cut this. I think I deleted it because I wasn't talking about it. Oh, no, here we go. Harry Perryman, $1.26 for 15. The bloke has missed it 3 times in the last 2 seasons. Okay, so we're not getting crazy value, but $1.26 when you're pairing that with a 20-1 club for Durham and your Luke Parkers of the world, that's just a step right up and grab a tick.
Love it.
$1.26, Leham.
I have to take Darcy Jones, the helmet, for a goal.
Okay.
Do you see his last quarter on the weekend? How fast he was still running?
Awesome.
I'm taking Darcy Jones for goal. $1.47 we're getting.
Love it.
We're adding Darcy Jones to that. Now, we're going to Hawthorn Richmond.
Straight to it.
Straight to it. Don't worry about the other games.
Can I give you one more?
Yep.
Callum Archie for a goal.
Righto.
Kicked a goal in every game this year except for round 14.
Perfect.
So $1.53.
That's our mistake for missing that.
It actually is. $1.53 for that sort of stat is unbelievable.
$1.48 he is right
48.
now.
Take it.
He's in.
Awesome.
He's in. All right. We're going to Hawthorn Richmond.
Leham.
Who's kicking a snag? We're just going to go single goal kickers.
Okay.
Right.
I've got a double.
I don't care if it's $1. It's $1.08. Marby Old kicks one.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Gunston kicks one or gets subbed off.
I was going to say, I almost take Bruce for one. Party time.
You can't bet on him because he usually starts to sub.
Of course.
Gunston kicks one.
Sure he does.
Dylan Moore. He's sort of 1-0,
He
1-0,
almost won't need a
1-0.
snag. I don't think he'll need a snag.
He's super unselfish. Cole Shadir kicks one.
He kicks 2.
Jack Ginnivan kicks one.
Yep.
Connor McDonald kicks one.
Yep.
Nick Watson kicks one.
Yep.
Absolutely. Cam McKenzie, John Newcomb, Massimo, Lloyd Meek, Josh Weddle kicked 3 last week. Let's just leave it at that. So we've got Chol, Gunston, Deere, Ginnivan, McDonald, Watson.
Yep.
Basically, they're forward 6 just to kick one. They're all going to kick one.
Are we moving into doubles?
You really want Cole Shadir for 2, don't you?
Yep.
Let's do it. $2. So it's the difference between $1.18 and $2.
He's the most awkward matchup.
Yeah.
He plays so much taller than he looks.
And he flies at everything.
Yeah, he kicks 2.
And you can, and he was in the goal square. Right. This is the Ramble multi. I'm excited to read this out.
Awesome.
It's nearly the second 100K multi. Righto. Tell me when you hate the leg. Sam Durham 20-1.
No.
They've done the work.
Yep.
Luke Parker for 2.
I love that.
Love it.
That's my favourite of the whole show.
Harry Perryman 15. Darcy Jones anytime. The lid, the helmet, the gentleman.
Parker's my second favourite. I'm Perryman.
Callum Archie for a snag.
That's awesome.
Kicks him all the time.
Awesome.
Marby Chol for 1. Jack Gunston for 1. Ginnivan for 1. McDonald for 1. Watson for 1. Cole Shadir for 2.
Awesome.
All of them just kick a snag. We're getting 100-1.
You're kidding.
100-1. I'm going to post this on my feed, this multi.
Okay.
This is going to go on my Sportsbet feed. Jevy 100K. Haven't posted in a couple of weeks because I felt bad for giving out losers. No, like I give out high odds and I only have $5-10. I'm only a $5-10 punter. Sometimes 20 if I'm feeling frisky. But it's just a bit of fun. But I just hate giving out losers because some people might have 100 on something I say.
Definitely.
And I feel terrible.
This is far from a gambling show.
It's fun. It's a bit of fun.
I've cracked like 4 sex toy jokes about your auntie in a month. Like, it is not a gambling show. We are idiots. Is it time for 100K versus bookies?
Yeah, give it to me.
Line. Have you had a look?
Oh, there's some that stand out like absolute dogs. It's actually the easiest week.
I actually think so
year.
too. So you said it before. Hawthorn Richmond, the line is 42. That is not enough.
Not enough. They're going to go at them 1 million miles an hour.
Like, so quick.
And they're trying to get their game right to stay in the 8.
Yep.
They need percentage.
Exactly.
They need percentage.
Oh.
They're going to be looking at. They beat the Blues by 70 points on the weekend.
Yep.
This is going to be 80 plus.
So 40 plus is only $1.70. That just shows you.
40 plus $1.70, and then 42.5 is $1.90.
Yep.
Take the Hawks minus 42.5.
Well, let me give you an alternate line. One that you said before, Jev, the Hawks to leave at every break.
What does it pay? Wire to wire.
Wire to wire.
$2.50. It's on the front page. I think it's like there, right there. Yep.
There.
Watch it there. Up.
Oh yeah. $1.44.
$1.44.
44% on your money.
Hawks to lead at every break. What quarter are the Tigers going to be in front?
All right. You tell me. 75.5. More or less.
No. What's 2-1?
I wanted to play the more or less game.
Oh, 75.5 more. Okay. 75.5 more or less. A fraction less.
70.5.
A fraction less.
67.5.
A fraction less.
63.5.
Over. Bang.
340.
$3.40.
Awesome. That's
Can
the
you
bet.
multi that into them to lead every quarter? 63.5 into them, or are they singles?
There's no way that they would do that. 340. $1.44. No.
Can't multi it.
No.
All right,
maybe
enough.
on the tab. But yeah, what's your best of the week? Is it the Hawks?
It is the Hawks. or it's the Brisbane Lions -8.5.
That's actually a great call because you're bloody confident.
8.5.
Yep.
I reckon it's going to be 100 points.
Really?
Maybe not 100. I think they're going to fucking pump them. What am I getting for 40 plus?
Gentleman's night.
40 plus. 25 plus is $2.85. Have a slice of that. 40 plus.
Responsibly, of course.
$5.30. What's 100? 176 to 1. I'm having a sprinkle on that.
They'll send you one of those bonus prices.
176 to 1. That'll be the second best bet. Actually, what's 76 to 1? 71 to 1 is 86.5. That'll be the second best bet behind me having Carlton to miss the 8.
Yeah, it's a good
at
bet.
76 to 1.
It's a really nice bet. Interestingly, 43.5, the Dogs and North. That's a lot of points at the Igloo.
North are playing some good footy.
And the Dogs coming off a loss, they're either going to come hungry or are they a little shaky, no English.
Yeah. Helmet Hercules just dominates. LDU, they'll go head-to-head in that midfield.
That has to affect the line. We'll talk about that
I don't mind that
next week.
42.5.
How many points is Zeri worth?
Enough.
I reckon 40.
I'll tell you another line I like.
Tell me. This is Ramble. Central.
West Coast +1.5.
Yeah,
You're going over there without Mackay, without Curnow, and you've got McGovern standing back there. How are you going to kick goals?
No, I'm totally with you. And
I think West Coast are morals at $1.96.
I'm a shell of myself when it comes to confidence, but I reckon if you're going to bet on it, it's the pick your own line. So plus, let's give.
Get me to $1.50. West Coast what?
$1.54 plus 11. $1.51 plus 11.5.
How are you blowing out the Eagles?
That's the bet. $1.51.
Tell what else they won't forget. The 2 times Charlie kicked 10 on them last year on Rhett Bazzo, and he was carrying on like a pork chop.
Yep.
You reckon they're going to forget about that when they were all banged up and injured?
Yep.
Now they're rolling out with Mudflap, with Oscar Allen, with Wiedering, with Barras.
Yep.
How are they going to lose this game?
Weddle's quote would have sent shockwaves. Every team would have been thinking the same thing.
And
he
now,
just stepped up and said
then West Coast just came from 38 points down in the third quarter against fucking North or whatever it was, 33 points down. Now they're going to go fourth quarter. We just came from 5 goals down at 3/4 time. We're going to run straight at the Blues.
Yep.
This injured, weak Carlton side.
$1.96 to win. They win.
I just love the win.
We're cooked.
I
Blues are
love
cooked.
the win. Hawks line,
14th.
Brisbane line, West Coast head-to-head.
It's honestly awesome. Jerry McGovern, my man Lee Ham, just very quickly, $1.68 for 20. Awesome.
Awesome.
He's in good form. Hey, that's a hell of a show, Jeff.
That's it.
Gentlemen's night. We need more of them, I reckon. So
Less swearing.
14 F-bombs still. So not bad. Not great. Das will be back on the show next week with the chips. We are on the line. Every losing leg, we have the hottest chip in the world. 1 each. So Das is a candle because you know what? He's part of it. Bay Juice, thank you, boys. We've had one. We'll be cherry ripe tomorrow. We've got a massive finals campaign set up with them. Hoodies are online. Join the Patreon. I said it last week. It has never been more valuable. The stuff that Lee Ham is dishing out
He's hot stuff.
Worth more than $2 a week. And I don't know why we're getting the $2. He should be getting the $2. It's awesome. Thanks for joining us, Jeff. Welcome back from Bali.
Thank you, mate.
You look rounder.
Tanned and round. I got called Willie Rioli last week on the pod.
I think I said you had a rig like a mustard pack.
That was nice. That was a nice one. Which is why I was watching in Bali. Beautiful. Fuck your mothers.
15th F-bomb. Swans, Dons.
Swans win. About 18 points.
Yeah.
It's the Dons' last crack.
Yeah, right.
I've said it all along.
Oh, no.
One thing's certain. The Swans are finishing on top.
Yep.
No matter what happens at the end of this round, we are still on top by percentage. Unless it's massive. But we're 4 points clear of the whole competition. And you think the rest of the competition are fighting from second? Freo was second. They could be out of the 8 by the end of the weekend. The Swans will still be top 4 by the end of this weekend. Yep. We can cop the loss. We've got the Crows coming to the SCG next week. Crows are in good form.
That's a win.
We'll win. Joel Marty will kick 9 again.
This looked awful in round 9. So GWS prelim spot the Swans. I reckon you had that after 2 weeks. It looked awful. It looks awesome now.
Awesome.
Join Joey Montagna, Hutto, David King, and the Bombers on Last Crack on Friday night. Blues, Eagles. I'm going to tip the Eagles. Fuck it. 16th F-bomb.
I reckon they just win.
I'm shattered. We're done. We're no good.
No good.
We're no good.
You got no leg speed.
I'm over it. It's fine.
Hey, how long ago did we say on our show that Christian Petrarca won't play another game for Melbourne?
Nah, I don't think we ever said it on the show.
I said it on the roast, I reckon.
Did ya? Yeah, we had
some sourcing.
We had some mail.
Some really weird, deep mail. I know we've got a Melbourne thing. We had mail that he will never play for Melbourne again, and then it came out yesterday. I told a couple of blokes at Footy Club, here we go, here's a hypothetical one. St Kilda have pick 4 at the end of the season.
Yep.
If Josh Battle walks, they get pick 5 compensation. Pick 4, pick 5, next year's first rounder for Christian Petrarca of the Saints.
So I asked a Melbourne fan that this morning. I said pick 4 and 5. He said probably not enough. I said next year's first. He goes, that'll work. No, I think that gets it done.
3 first.
Surely.
And you take on his contract, which is $1 million a year.
The Saints need it. Melbourne can't say no to that, can they?
Yeah, but I think he's going to go to a big club. I don't know if Hawthorn can get it done.
Surely.
I don't think they're a big club, Hawthorn, but I don't know if they can get it done. Be cool if you went to West Coast or something.
That would be cool.
Or a Sydney-based club.
Yeah.
Like the Swans. Oh, apparently the Swans are interested in Jordan DeGoey. That's another interesting.
That is really interesting. I
Yeah.
can see that happening.
Yeah. Cheers. Let's get off this.
Gentlemen's night. It was a success. 16 F-bombs. That's,
Oh,
you
I'm
said
gonna
16 F-bombs before the first game on the roast. Cheers.
Cheers. Thanks, Bay Juice.
Chances are you're about to lose. For free and confidential support, call 1-800-858-858 or visit gamblinghelponline.org.au.